The season is almost over, and oh yeah, we got to look back and talk about what went down against San Antonio this past weekend, and also we're going to look ahead at what we got coming up against the St. Louis Battlehawks. Yo, this is Hellraisers podcast. Welcome to all of my Renegades fan nation out there. Hey, y'all ready with me? Come on, it's time to look ahead to 2025 season. Yeah, that's right. Let's raise some hell, baby.
Come on! Hey yo, it's game time, but then it's more than a game. Yeah, it's my time, I'm steady moving the chains. We the kings, baby, but yo, we rolling, strolling. Ain't nobody gonna take the throne that I'm holding. I'll be bringing the boom in the southwest sun. Or we can do it at night, but there's no way you can run. I'm breaking bones, like the music busting them amps. When I hit the end zone, fans are rocking the stands, cause I'm a sure bet. Representing the town, city of the...
Yeah. What is up, familia? You got me jamming to my own stuff, man. You like that track right there? That is your boy. That is me. Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One, man. Still working on a little something I got coming up for the show, but that one right there is a little something called Call Me the King, man. A little theme about football. What is up to all my Hellraisers out there, man? How y'all doing? You guys all right? Y'all feeling all right, man? Just got to check on my people. You know, because I know, man, it's been rough. It has been rough. It's been a tough season, man. I have people asking me today, you know, that haven't really started watching UFL. I've been trying to get people on this, but some guys that are NFL fans, and they're just like, man, I don't know yet. I don't know. Y'all need more teams, you know, stuff like that. But ask me, man, what happened? Y'all won the ship last year. I said, I know. I told him it was the defense. I have my boy Isaiah asking me today, so what happened, man? Did y'all lose a lot of players on defense? I said, man, we didn't even lose that much. Problem was, defense, you know, he actually asked me, so what is it? Did y'all lose a coordinator? I said, no, the problem's been the coordinator, homie. I said, man, this is where it's going to go down. This is why today we're going to talk about what we think we got to change going into next season, because it's time. Let's be real. It is time to start talking about next season. Okay, so we're going to be real with it. But what is up, everybody? Hope you guys are all feeling good out there. You know, besides, otherwise dealing with another loss, man. But we kind of got used to it by this time. See, the funny thing is, man, I got Brahmas fans just talking, all right? All week I'm hearing them. I'm like, yeah, shut up. I don't condone violence, right? But sometimes people just make you want to. But I don't condone that. Do not do that, Hellraisers. We're going to raise some hell, but not like that. All right, but nah, for real though, man. Shout out to the Brahmas. Hey, y'all got it done again. And I am going to recap what I thought, you know, re-highlight the keys that I thought were going to go where we needed to do, the Renegades needed to do to win this week. And I'm going to tell y'all, we didn't do none of them. None of it. And y'all saw that final result. You know what I mean? You guys saw it. So you know what? I'll tell you what, y'all. Now let's just get right into it. All right. Yes, it was our beloved Renegades. Man, 15. And those Brahmas. Oh, those Brahmas, those damn cows. 20. Drops us to 1-7, man. Can y'all believe that? Y'all believe that it has gone down this year the way it has. Brahmas improved to 6-2. And let's just be real with it, guys. I'm going to tell you guys straight up, that first half defense that I saw from the Renegades is quite possibly, at least that I can remember in recent memory, when I'm looking back to NFL and XFL and USFL, and now UFL. This, in my recent memory, is one of the worst halves of defensive football that I have seen on a professional level that I can remember right off the top of my head. Maybe it's because it's fresh, but I was watching this game, y'all. Y'all have no idea. You have no idea how much I was yelling at that TV, man. I just kept saying, really? Again? Couldn't do it. And do it, man. McFarland. Are y'all kidding me? This man's coming back from an injury, and you guys made this dude look like Barry Sanders out there. I don't know what our defense was doing. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know, man. We were playing zone. Okay? We had guys backed up 10 yards, y'all. And they're just, Dormity's just dumping that ball off to the side, man. Dormity had 319 yards. 118 of that was to McFarland. All right, and a lot of that, a big chunk of that, of his receiving yards, McFarland's, came after the catch. So, yeah, I know I said it last week. I ain't afraid of Dormity, and he still don't scare me. All right, McFarland, that's the dude that killed us in that first half. He did it. He did it. And I was frustrated. Oh, I was irritated. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was kind of looking at this game, and the more I watched, the more I started to realize that it doesn't matter what we do personnel-wise in this offseason, but J.A.'s got to go. I'm sorry. And I'll get to that a little later, okay, when we do the social media segment of hashtag what say you, but all I'm saying is, man, they did not come in prepared into this game, especially on defense. All right, y'all. Now let's look at it. I told you guys last week the keys to the game this week, right? One, the run game had to show up. The run game didn't show up. Our leading rusher had 38 yards. Okay, Davion Smith had 10 carries, 38 yards. But I'm not putting this on him. Okay? Because, so let's just say number one, X. Yeah, red X. That didn't happen. Run game didn't show up. Number two, I said Luis Bettis got to get the ball out fast. I don't know what was going on with my boy Luis, y'all, but this was he did the exact opposite. I saw him getting that ball out, fast against the Showboats. What I saw against the Brahmas was Luis Bettis holding on to the damn ball too long, and I'm yelling at the screen, throw the damn ball. I don't care, man. I saw him moving out the pocket. I'm like, throw it away. No, instead, my dude takes the sack. I don't know what was going on with Bettis in this game. It was weird, y'all. Like, this was, we saw him have one or two bad games this year before this game, but I don't know. It looked weird to me. Like, the dude never looked comfortable from the jump. All right, from kickoff, he did not look comfortable. He was holding on to the ball too long. All right, I know I wasn't the only one yelling at the screen to do this, because I was seeing people in the chats were like saying the same thing. They were like, "What's going on with Luis, man? He don't want to throw the ball. Is that what it is? You don't want to get your stats? I don't know what you were doing, dog." But this was not it. It's very, very unlike Luis Bettis. Very unlike Luis Bettis. All right, so that number two, that didn't happen. Now, number three, defense focus on the run game. You know what's funny is that McFarland, even though his rushing stats, okay, were 9 of 17, he is the running back that killed us. It was everything after the catch. He was getting those little shots out in the flat. Y'all saw that 52-yarder that he broke on us. He had 2 touchdowns. So I understand. Don't let the stats fool you on this when you look at the Brahmas run game stats on this, because it was a running back that killed us, and it was on all those little dump routes, those little shots in the flat that he was killing us, man. And I don't know what we were doing, because we had everybody backed up 10 yards. So, see, I've come to realize that the weekly episode, which, by the way, thank y'all for joining me, Renegades Nation, episode number 9 of Hellraisers podcast, that this has become my therapy, y'all. This has become my time and my opportunity to vent. And if y'all are feeling the same way I'm feeling, then you can yell at the screen and say, "You damn right, my dude. You damn right, Gabe. I feel you." And if you disagree, well, then you're just wrong because the Renegades are 1-7 right now. All right. So I'm just saying. Now, we look. So, number 3, they did not do. No focus on the run game because otherwise you would have been keyed in on whoever the running back was, even on the pass plays. Now, special teams coverage wasn't too bad, so I'm not going to go there with that. This was kind of like null and void, all right? But everything else, those top 3 keys that I had, no, it's not going to get it done, especially against a team like the Brahmas. Okay. And even so, though, the second half, the defense they got it together. Okay. They started kind of shutting it down a little bit, but it didn't matter because my dude, Luis Perez, was still having his issues. Okay. And because we couldn't get a running game going. So, Chuck Long, that's on you. All right. Luis Perez, a lot of it is on you. And y'all know I'll give him his props, man. You guys know this. You heard it in all the losses this year. I'm still like, but it wasn't on Luis Perez. He's still doing his thing. But this one, if you watch this game, something was very wrong with Luis Perez. I don't know if it was up here. I don't know if it was in here. I don't know if he was just not feeling it. I don't know what's going on or what was going on against San Antonio this week. But this was not the Luis Perez that we're used to seeing. Just holding on to the ball too long. I don't know what my dude was doing, but I mean, let's look at his numbers. Okay, let's look at Luis Perez's numbers. Now, he was 22 of 33 for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Okay, this is also not the accuracy and the percentage that we're used to him having. You have 11 incompletions, and I mean, a lot of this was just him not even throwing the ball. So 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was not a pretty 22 of 33, 209, 2 touchdowns. All right, let's just put it that way. It was not pretty. But I will give you guys my renegade of the game. Sal Cannella, 9 catches for 86 yards and 1 touchdown. And I have said it all season long, and I will continue to say it even now, that Sal Cannella is the best tight end in the UFL. Hands down. You want to debate about it? Bring it. I told y'all this last week. All right? You know somebody who likes another team, so they don't watch this show? Play them this little part and tell them if they want to come on, and we can debate this at the end of the season because I ain't going to have nothing else to talk about since we ain't winning nothing this year. Woosah. Find your place, Suzanne Gabe, and stay there. For real, though, I really think Sal Cannella is the best tight end in the UFL. And this is a guy that could be in an NFL camp this summer. I really do believe that he is built like an NFL tight end. His game, everything, his skill set, his tools, his size, everything is perfect for the NFL tight end game. You know what I mean? The dude's got hands. He can make those contested catches. He can run block. He could do whatever he has to do. The only issue I've had with Sal Cannella is a lot of times when he's doing those off-the-ball penalties, okay, that don't need to happen. But other than that, I mean, the dude is primed to become an NFL tight end. He's the best tight end in the UFL. And I got to cling to this, y'all, because we ain't got much else to cling to right now. All right, so Hellraisers, join me. Join me in this. We got to get Sal Cannella to the NFL, man, straight up. But shout out to my dude, Renegade of the Game. Had another great game this week. 9 catches for 86 yards and 1 touchdown, man. The dude is very difficult to cover, and it showed again this week, man. But, you know, I mean, I can't say nothing about the Brahmas. Now, they only put up 20, but that's all they needed. You know what I mean? We were able to kind of slow them down in the second half, but it didn't matter because we couldn't fight back offensively. We couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? So Normandy ended up 17-25, 319 yards. Like I said, a lot of that was on McFarland. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You want pad the stats for your quarterback, do your thing, dog. I ain't going to hate on that. I really am not. So it was enough to get him the win. And, Man, what can I say? What can I say? Brahmas move on. I still am not impressed enough. I mean, you look at it, if you look at how dominating they were against us in that first half, 20-15, guys, that's not the kind of score this should have been. I mean, this should have been an absolute blowout. You know what I mean? They should have blown us out. I mean, I'm talking this should have been like a 40-15 type of game. They didn't need that. I get it. But I'm just saying, y'all gonna have to do a hell of a lot better when you go up against the Battlehawks in that XFL championship and that Battlehawks team that we're gonna be taking on next week. We're gonna get to that in just a little while. But yeah, y'all hit me up on the social media, man. Let me know what you think. Or just shoot me an email. Send me a question about it. We'll talk about it. The number 1renegadesfan@gmail.com. 1renegadesfan@gmail.com. You can find me also on X. My handle is @1GridironNation, @1GridironNation, on Facebook at Gridiron Nation Podcast. Find me up on YouTube, Gridiron Nation Podcast, and TikTok. And actually, my TikTok has changed. All right. So I apologize for that. You can still find it under Gridiron Nation Podcast, though, if you search it. I didn't update this. I apologize for that. All right. And you can also find me on Instagram, GGarcia_gridiron. All right. So, yeah, y'all be sure to hit me up and let me know what you thought of this last week's game. If you want to vent to me, go right ahead. Go right ahead. You can find me up on Facebook, man. Be sure to join the actual home of Hellraisers Podcast. It's a group on Facebook, and it's called the Renegades Fan Nation. You can join me on there. I'm always putting out the questions on there that I read on here. And, y'all can let me know your thoughts and how it went down this game. Vent out your frustrations, all right, for what you had for this week. But for now, y'all, we're going to take a little break, man. For those watching on Fuel, I got to hit it up, pay the bills a little bit, all right? So I'm going to be right back, y'all. Do not go nowhere, all right? Hellraisers Podcast, baby.
Same great taste. Yes, same great taste. Same great taste.
Welcome back to Hellraisers Podcast, y'all. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia. Thank you for joining me on another episode. I know it's been a rough season, y'all. I know it's been hard. Trust me, it gets a little bit difficult getting motivated to come on here and talk about another loss. But you know what I use? I use that kind of negative energy to come on and bet. This is why I get it out, baby, and that's a positive thing. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, check it out, man. It's time to go around the UFL and talk about what went down this past week other than our game. We had the Showboats at the Panthers, and, of course, the Panthers ended up winning this game 24-18, as I expected. I expected a low-scoring game, and I know they got over 20 points, but this was not a pretty game to watch. It was not. Moving on. Roughnecks at the Stallions, and y'all, I got to be honest, man. The Roughnecks hung in there a little more than I expected. I expected them to get mopped, man, straight up. Straight up. But, hey, 35-28, they hung in there. But, I mean, when it came to the end, they just couldn't get it done, man, because Stallions talent wins out, baby. And that squad is looking legit. They are looking dangerous. They are looking very tough to beat. Very tough to beat, man. The other game that we had was the Defenders at the Battlehawks. And this one, Manny Wilkins ended up starting this game with no A.J. McCarron. My dude, AJ was not playing in this game, and they were. I honestly thought no AJ. I picked DC to win this game. They ended up losing 21-26. They dropped to 3-5. They're out of contention. Okay, but the Battlehawks jumped to 6-2. They are fighting right now for that home field. When it comes to that XFL championship against the Brahmas, those two teams are battling out for the home field right now, man. And They got a couple of tough games coming up. Each one has a tough game. Let's start it, of course, with the Stallions at the Brahmas. Ooh, I'm still not impressed by the Brahmas. I know I say this. I know we lost, but you know what, man? We got issues right now. We got issues right now. So, like I said, I'm still not impressed enough. I mean, the Stallions are not the Renegades, y'all. The Stallions' defense is not the Renegades' defense. I know it's on the road. I know it's in the Alamo Dome. I know them Brahma fans are likely going to show up for this one. But I like the Stallions to go to 9-0. I'm just being real. I like the Stallions to win this game. Ooh. And then they got to take on Michigan, okay, who was at 6-2. The Panthers, man, they'll be taking on the Roughnecks. And by the way, I do like the Stallions to win by, we'll say, 7 points. All right. Panthers at the Roughnecks. Man, I like the Panthers to win this game. I think the Roughnecks will still fight. I think they'll keep it close. That defense is good. That Panthers defense is better. Right? Panthers offense still doesn't impress me. No Wes Hills for the rest of the season. That's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. So I like the Panthers to win this game, but I think it will be another low-scoring, close game. I mean, I'm looking at like 20-18 or something like that. And we got the Defenders at the Showboats. Now, I know everybody's down on the Showboats. I know the Showboats are trash too. You know, this is probably a game that the DC Defenders and the Memphis Showboats is a game that nobody cares about. It's going to be the lowest probably. You'll watch the ratings, y'all. I'll really be surprised if anybody watches this game that is not just watching because we're UFL fans. Now, it is on Sunday. A lot of people, it's a holiday weekend. They're going to be gone. I know. Some people may be doing nothing. Let's put on the game. I don't know. But I don't think anybody cares about this game. I'm just being real with it. But you know what? I'm going to pick the DC Defenders to lose this game. I think I got to give the Showboats a little bit of credit in this game because I think they're going to come out and play with some pride. I hope they do, man. Show some life, y'all. Come on. Man, been a tough year for the Showboats after they were on paper being predicted by everybody. Every one of us thought this squad was going to be legit. We thought they were going to be a threat to the Stallions, man, in the USFL. It's tough. It's tough, man. Straight up, though, man. But, yeah, so let me know what y'all think about these games and my picks. Let's compare them, y'all, okay? And we can talk about it, all right? Now it is time to talk about our big game this week. And this week's segment of Know Thy Enemy featuring the St. Louis Battlehawks round 2. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Now, right off the bat, A.J. McCarron will not be starting this game. He's listed as QB2, so likely he will be the emergency quarterback just in case something happens. But Manny Wilkins will get the start. And Wilkins was not like really, really impressive in that game last week. Okay. Now he was 9 of 18, 50% throwing, 127 yards, no touchdowns. Okay. He ran for 12 attempts for 79 yards against DC. So that is his thing. Okay. Manny Wilkins does not have A.J. McCarron's pocket presence. He does not have his control of this offense in the pass game. He does not have his football IQ. But what he does have is that mobility, man. And that can kill a team. Especially when we're a Renegades fan. We saw it. We saw it against DC. Every time that whole freaking pocket would collapse, man, and we'd be right there. What would Tua do on a big 3rd down and long? My boy would take off. He is gone. We cannot allow that to happen in this game, man. We cannot allow that to happen in this game. So the big key here is going to be keeping him in the pocket. That's going to be tough to do. It's easier said than done, but he will run. Best believe that, especially against our run defense, man. We're trash. We're trash when it comes to that run defense. We ain't much better in the past. I know that. But I do think that St. Louis will still try to pass. Okay, now let's look at the comparisons here. Okay, St. Louis's offense right now they have the number 5 ranked total offense in the league. That's very surprising when you look at it that way. I thought they'd be top half for sure, but as far as defense goes, Arlington ranked number 7 in the league, just behind the Showboats. Okay, so I think though our defense is capable of making this offense look really good. I hate to say that. Is that wrong with me? I believe in the squad. Oh, I'm picking them to win this game. Yeah, I am. But let's keep rolling. I St. Louis, they're number 4 in the pass. Arlington's number 7 against the pass. St. Louis is number 4 rushing offense. Arlington is number 7 rushing defense. And that's only because Memphis, believe it or not, is worse. Wow. Conversion percentage for the St. Louis offense, they are ranked number 6. Whereas Arlington, man, as far as versus the conversions, we are ranked number 5. Penalties, they are the St. Louis team, St. Louis Battlehawks, excuse me. They're the least penalized team in the league. No surprises on the other side, since y'all always hear me complaining about penalties. Oh, by the way, which we had too many of again in bad situations this past week. But no surprises that Arlington is the most penalized team. This is not good. This could cost us in this game. Okay? It could. As far as scoring, though, they got the number 2 scoring offense. The Battlehawks do. Arlington is number 6 on defense against the scoring. So, I mean, y'all don't need me to tell you this if you watch the games, but obviously St. Louis's offense is setting up very well against a very bad Arlington defense this week. All right. But let's flip the script a little bit. Okay. Now it's time to look at how their defense stacks up going into this matchup against the Arlington Renegades offense. Renegades have the number 2 overall ranked offense in the league, just behind Birmingham. Okay. Total defense for St. Louis, they are ranked number 4. So they're right there in the middle of the pack. Now, this is where it's going to be big right here because, of course, Arlington's pass offense is ranked number 2 in the league, again, behind Birmingham. Well, the St. Louis Battlehawks, they got the number 1 pass defense, excuse me. It's my bad. The number 1 pass defense in the league. No lie, man. That's legit. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to pass on these dudes, but Luis can do it, man. I don't expect Luis to have 2 bad games. I don't expect that. He's too smart a player. His football IQ. No, he'll be ready. He'll be prepared. His heart's always in it. So I think he'll be ready. I think he'll be up to the challenge against this number 1 ranked pass defense. Straight up. Now, our rushing offense, of course, is ranked number 6, which we've climbed up the post polls in the last couple of weeks where we were ranked number 8 in the rush offense, but we are number 6. It's gotten a little bit better, but they are number 5 on defense against the rush. So take that for what you will, but I think there could be something there if Davion Smith can get going, get that motor going. My dude needs to start running through people like he had been doing a couple weeks before. You know what I mean? And I think he can. All right. Now, as far as offensive conversions, well, we are ranked number 2 in the league in conversions, whereas they defensively, they're number 4. They're middle of the pack against the conversions. Scoring defense, they are ranked number 4. Well, lo and behold, scoring offense, we're ranked number 4. Wow. But a lot of that, don't let it fool you. A lot of that was that Memphis game, y'all. All right. So, but we can put up points. We can move the ball, but it's going to be through the air. And we got to open up that run game, man. That's going to be key. But I do think Luis Perez has a better game this week. And it's going to be tough, though, because on the other side of the ball, the defense is going to get tested, like I told you. Okay, so 2 key players on that offense that I think we really have to watch out for St. Louis. Wide receiver Hakeem Butler, obviously the dude is leading the league in receiving right now. He is leading all receivers right now. Okay, he's killing it. He is. But it's different quarterback. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Different quarterback. And running back Sailors, we got to worry about him as well. Okay, Jacob Sailors. And because of the fact that he's going up against such a bad run defense. I'm not even going to use a key. I want to put it out there. Oh, we got to have another key that we got to focus on the run. What for, y'all? Jay is going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. You know, even if it's not working, he ain't going to change that. He ain't going to change. So that's what we got to do. Hell, if I'm loading the box every single time, you load the box and you double up on Hakeem Butler, that's it. Anybody else going to kill you? Fine. You want Ja'Cory Pearson going to kill us? Fine. But Hakeem Butler gets that ball in his hands. As bad at tackling as our defensive backs have been this year outside of Adewusi, then he's going to be breaking tackles. We know what he does after the catch. You know what I mean? So they're two guys we got to watch out for, y'all. Straight up. And I really hope that our defense plays with some pride this week, man. You know, all right, it's time to put that. Hey, that Memphis game was weeks ago. That was a bad offense. Okay, look what happened last week, man. Play with some pride, boys, and you still have an opportunity to win this game and try to let Luis Perez and Sal Canella, you know what I mean, and Vaughn do their thing, and hopefully get us a win this week. Get us at least to 2 wins, man. Come on. Y'all going to be watching this game, Week 9, Battlehawks at the Renegades. It's going to be Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Television on ABC. You will be able to find it on ESPN Plus as well. Or on SiriusXM Radio, Channel 83. Y'all be sure to check it out. Do not miss this game, all right? I got one more break to get to. And then, after this break, I'm going to get to the social media segment before we close it out, all right? To end the week. Now, don't go nowhere. All right? Stick with me, Hellraisers. I'll be right back, y'all.
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor. And together, we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink. It's a statement. A fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
Welcome back to Hellraisers Podcast, everybody. Hey, where are my Hellraisers at, man? Hope you guys are out there living good, man, despite what's going on with our squad. Straight up, I hope y'all are living life to the fullest, man, and loving life. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia. Thank y'all for joining me again on episode 9. Now, I hit y'all up on social media this week because I wanted to know, okay? I asked the question. Outside of coaching, what positions or unit do you feel needs to be fixed, revamped, or tweaked going into next season, the 2025 season? Hashtag what say you? So I got your answers, y'all, and let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So let's start with Johnny Pads. Thank you for always participating, man, checking out the show. Appreciate you. And his first thing, offensive line, right off the bat. Just too many missed 4th and 1 opportunities. Quarterback sacks, and running back tackles for a loss. I do think the O-line, while it has gotten better as the season's gone on, I think the pass protection's gotten a little better. But the run blocking, I don't know, man. Sometimes I still feel like Davion gets that ball and doesn't even have a chance to try to do anything because any hole that was supposed to be there is not there. You know what I mean? And Davion's that power runner. He's not that guy who's going to dance around all over the backfield and try to create something outside. What he's going to do is if you just leave him that little crease, he's going to break through there, break one tackle, and try to keep moving, man. So I feel you on the offensive line. That is going to need some work, definitely. And they did. I expected them to be stronger than they have. I know they lost a couple of players. They lost one especially before the season started, but still, man, they had a good core coming back on their soul line. There's a lot of things that should have gone better this year that haven't. Offensive line is one of them. And to J. Avery Johnson, he says interior defensive line. You got it. That's it. That interior defensive line. We need some defensive tackles that are just going to get in there and plug people, man. Hit them running backs right in the mouth and sit them down. You know what I mean? So I feel you on that. He also says we need a power running back or a mobile QB. We got a mobile QB with Lindsey Scott, but I mean, we don't. I'm still not sold on Luis Bettis being replaced. You know what I mean? If this team had a better defense right now, they would be playing for a spot in the playoffs. And he would be in the MVP conversation as the league's leading passer. Let's be real about that, y'all. I know he doesn't have the mobility help, but neither did Peyton Manning. You know, I know I'm not doing comparisons. What I'm saying is when you can light it up from the pocket the way Luis Bettis can, you build on that, around that. You know what I mean? But the reason they have Lindsey Scott Jr. is for that mobility. You know what I mean? They need to be using him a little more in the pass game so that his mobility, every time he's getting in there, they know, man, they know it's an RPO and he's running that ball most of the time. All right, so, but the power running back, Davion Smith, that is what he does. I know a lot of times he hasn't looked like, consistently like that power back, man, but we've seen times where he shows it. And I think if you get that interior offensive line a little bit better, then I think Davion's going to do well. But I think they do need to bring in somebody that's going to be able to help him. They did sign somebody. Okay, we're going to talk about it in just a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it now. They signed running back Jeremy Cox, who played for Houston in 2023. Now, he did battle injuries and stuff like that, man. But Letty Brown, he's got a knee injury. Okay, and y'all saw back in week 6, we played the showboats when Day Hunter was celebrating. Man, Day Hunter was balling in that game too. Torn ACL. All right, so they bring in Jeremy Cox. Don't know if we'll see him these last 2 games at all, but this is in preparation for next year. You're already getting guys that you're going to say, okay, we know we need some improvement in our running back room, so let's get you in early before somebody else can swoop you up this offseason. And let's see what you got, man. So they did bring in, and Jeremy Cox he played 61 snaps in 2023, okay, in the XFL with the Houston Roughnecks, and he actually had a very high PFF offensive grade, okay, 90.4. If you look at his total attempts, along with his yards, his average, okay, he was 22 attempts, 121 yards, 5.5 yard average, and 1 touchdown. If you put all this was, over a matter of a couple games, but if you put that all those 22 attempts, that's like 1 game. That is a strong outing. All right, so let's put it into that kind of perspective, okay, that there's an opportunity there for him. They also signed defensive back James Jones IV. This is a guy that can either play safety or cornerback. He had a military commitment that he is done with. He did play at Air Force, so he's done with all that, man. Okay, 2017, he jumped out there with 12 games played, 52 tackles, 1 interception. He also played 11 games in 2019. Went on, finished up his military thing, and now he's back into football, man, trying to get it going. And we definitely need help there. All right, we do need help there. But I think one part of the whole defensive backs getting revamped is going to be the cornerback position, because I think it's safety. I think it's safety. Maybe we can add one guy. Maybe James Jones is that other guy at safety. Okay, but I think Adewusi is one guy that has shown an ability to be a playmaker. I don't think this guy is going anywhere. Okay, what we need to do is add to that. But like my boy Jersey the King, he said in the social media segment, he says the defensive backs position right off the bat. The secondary has been the weakest link all season. The O-line has gotten better over the season, and the D-line has improved as well. The pass rush, yes. About the run defense, no. Secondary has given up huge plays, he says, that have the Renegades leads and ultimately games. That needs to be addressed immediately in the offseason. And I agree. I know our run defense has been bad, but I think definitely defensive tackle and that secondary, those cornerbacks, we got to do something there. And the signing of James Jones is just a beginning of that. It's the same thing with the Jeremy Cox signing. You're trying to jump the gun looking ahead to 2025. Okay? What would GM Rick Mueller do? I mean, is he going to get rid of Bob Stoops? I don't know. Does Bob Stoops step down? I do think Bob Stoops could come back, and I'm okay with that on one condition, that he does not keep his boys. I know he's all about keeping his staff and his guys, but Stoops has to get out of that old school football mentality, man. Stop letting the game pass you by, dog, because it's already passed your boys by. Okay, Jay Hayes needs to be replaced. I'm saying it. Right? He's got to be replaced. Chuck Long, he's got to be replaced. I know the pass game's been good. He'll keep your pass game coordinator then. All right, I'm just being real with that. Because we've seen more bad games in play calling offensively than good games this year. Right? I'm just saying that's straight up. Toby Allen Vermillion, he says we need to work on both sides of special teams. We're getting killed on special teams. The special teams coverage, yeah. I think as far as special teams like on our return game, I think we're okay there. I really do, man. I don't think we're gonna have too many problems there, other than holding on to the ball. You know what I mean? But I think we're okay there. And we keep looking on. Jasmine Gerard Sr. says definitely defense and the O-line. So that seems to be pretty consistent. And Adam Schilling says pretty much pick a spot on defense. A spot on defense in either O-line or running back when it's severely broken. Now, I like our linebackers, though. I like our linebackers and our edge rushers. So I'm not going to say pick a spot, any spot on defense, and they need to be replaced. I think our edge rushers, our pass rush has been pretty solid. It's gotten better as the year has gone on. And I think our linebackers will be all right, man. We need more depth, though. At linebacker, we definitely need more depth. Or if we're going to change the scheme. I don't know. It depends on who our defensive coordinator is next year. All right, so that's all I'm going to say about that, man. But thank you all for supporting this one and for actually going in on the social media sound off all season long. I'm going to come back with it next week, man, and next year again, y'all. So thank you guys for that, man. But, hey, all I got to say is if you got any questions, just hit me up at OneGridironNationsFan@gmail.com, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and answer any questions that you guys got. Now, before I get to rolling up out of here, guys, I got to make sure to let y'all know, for those of you that are going to head out to the game this week, okay? They got something big going on. Some of y'all may know who the Bandidos are. Okay, and if you don't, well, let me break it down and school you for just a quick second, man. The Bandidos are actually, you guys have heard the term the super fans, you know what I mean, of the UFL. Well, the Bandidos are actually, they are the super fans of the Arlington Renegades. It's a group of my dudes, man. Marco Martinez and your boys, man. Y'all been doing your thing all year, man, and getting out there every game. You guys have been traveling, supporting the squad, and it's dope, man. Tim English, all of you guys, thank you guys for what you do. So if y'all are going to be out there at the game this week, be sure to head to Lottie. Take you some canned goods, man, because these dudes they do a lot of stuff in the community. If you live there in Arlington, or if you follow them, or you follow my Renegades Fan Nation page on Facebook, then you know this. You know this because they're always posting about it. I'm always sharing their stuff. Okay. But it will be benefiting Mission Arlington, and you just bring your non-perishables, your canned goods, you know what I mean, and up to their tailgate. They're always there in Lot E. All right, this will be the last opportunity to do it here against the at home against the Battlehawks, man. So y'all be sure to go ahead and bring your food, man. Help those less fortunate out, all right? And shout out to the Bandidos, man. You guys make Renegades Nation proud, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Marco, you and your boys, you keep doing your thing, bro. And I'm gonna be out there in Arlington next year. I'm gonna plan one to get out there to a game, and I'm gonna go kick it with you guys over in Lot E, man, and help you guys get this food drive continue next year as well. So if you have any questions, y'all, I don't know if you can see the phone number there on the graphic, but it's area code 496-371-9196. Okay. And they will also be taking, gently used clothes, school supplies. All right, y'all got any of this stuff laying around, and maybe you got a couple extra dollars that you can kick down on some canned goods and some school supplies, man. Hey, I guarantee you somebody out there less fortunate is going to be very thankful for that, man. So y'all be sure to head out there. Again, shout out to the Los Bandidos, man, the official super fans representing the Arlington Renegades, man. Much respect to my boys out there. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. But before I do, real quick, y'all go on and check me out on YouTube, okay? You can find Hellraisers podcast on the United Football Media. All right, we got a show for everybody on there. Go look up United Football Media on YouTube, okay? Go to the channel and just scroll, and you can find it. You can find it, man. If you've got a Stallions fan in your family or one of your crew, hit them up. You know what I mean? Hook them up with it. If you've got a Battlehawks fan, hook them up. You know those fools that are always yelling, Kaka, Kaka. Our team is Kaka. I know you're not. We are, but I don't know, man. But hey, you got a Brahmas fan in your family. It's all good, man. Go on. Show them up. Show them on United Football Media. Okay? Be sure to get them on to Brahmas Bullpen, man. My boy over there doing his thing. Definitely. You got a Roughnecks fan. Be sure to apologize to them. Tell them we know how they feel. All right. Hit up my boy Ace. He's got his show up on United Football Media, man. We got a couple of DC. Man, Alex and Webb, man, they do their thing, man, breaking down the DC games and the appointments. It's dope. And the opponents, excuse me. And it's dope, man. They definitely, everybody here knows what they're doing. We got a showboat show for y'all. All right. We got everything, man. Got everything covered. So be sure to hit your people up, United Football Media, and have them download on any of their Amazon or Roku devices. You download the Fuel Sports app. It's absolutely free. You can catch Hellraisers podcast as well as my other show, by the way, which I cannot forget to shamelessly plug for you guys. Y'all be sure on Tuesdays to check out Gridiron Nation podcast. Go on and I showed y'all the socials earlier, okay? But I'm also on YouTube. You can find it on there. Gridiron Nation podcast. Also on Facebook. It streams on there, man. Check me out. You can find it on Spotify or anywhere you get your podcast. Audio streaming platforms, iHeart, Apple, it is there. All right, check me out. I'm talking NFL. I'm talking movies. I'm talking music. I'm talking NBA. I'm talking MLB. I'm talking MMA. I'm talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. All right, mostly NFL and UFL. But hey, it's there, man. So y'all hit me off. This thing keeps going on year long as well. All right, but I am about to get up out of here, y'all. But before I do, again, keep your head up, y'all. Keep your head up. I know it's been a rough year, okay? And we ain't going to have happen what happened last year. I get that. But this is where the real fan comes into play, man. This is where we get tested and where we show how strong our fan base and loyal really is. I said it at the beginning of the season. I know our fan base isn't really, really huge, but that's okay. Porque somos pocos pero locos. Ya te dije. I already done told y'all. We may be small, but we crazy, man. And I know I am. That's why I call this show Hellraisers podcast. And y'all are my Hellraisers. And we represent every single week. I'm going to be there on Sunday yelling as if it is a championship game. That's how I get into every game. Even meaningless games for us. This isn't meaningless, though. We're playing for some pride, y'all. So hold your head up. We're Renegades fans. We're Hellraisers, y'all. We're going to bring it every single week and still talk our ish. You know what I'm saying? My name is Gabriel Garcia. This is Hellraisers Podcast. No matter what life's throwing at you, the adversity like the squad is facing right now, I know y'all face some adversity as well, whether it's in your jobs, in your family life, whatever it is. All right? Whatever the situation is, you walk right into it. And what do? Yo, you raise some hell. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm going to catch you guys next week, y'all. We're going to be going into the last game, hopefully talking about a win against the Battlehawks. This is Hellraisers Podcast. I am Gabriel Garcia. I'm going to catch you guys on the other side of this, all right? I'm out, baby. One love. Peace.
Veins, and every time they say my name, it's because I'm killing the game. Bring your best, ask yourself, do you know what you're doing? Go on and call your people, tell them trouble is brewing. Tell them wicked is here with an army of kings. My game is fully extreme, a human M16. Put your battle gear on if you think you can beat me. But yeah, I'm like Zeke, all you gotta do is